Welcome back to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we will be taking a closer look at the New Balance 993 silhouette. And this was exclusively sold only in KITH stores, and these are known as the Spring 101s. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. Today we will be going over a very difficult sneaker to get, and that is because these New Balance 993s were exclusive only to KITH stores. So if you were able to cop a pair of these, congratulations, because these were extremely limited. And again, this was part of the KITH Spring 101 capsule collection. So we'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I style this really just fresh colorway. Then we'll talk about how crazy these are doing currently on the resale market. It is absolutely insane. I feel like people may just stop buying certain other brands based upon the fact that these are just killing it in the aftermarket right now. So let's jump right into it. So as you know, KITH typically does a spring capsule. So for their spring 2023 capsule, they have released this beautiful color scheme on the New Balance 993 silhouette. This is, again, one of my top favorite New Balance silhouettes out there. This was actually the first New Balance sneaker that I ever owned, was the 993. So really excited to go over this just beautiful, clean color scheme. Starting with the front of the toe box, we do have just really premium materials, as you can feel to the touch on here. It is this kind of nice heather gray tone, which really just intermixes perfectly with these olive tones and the seafoam tones here. Then we kind of work our way into more of a cream palette, which you see on the eyelets here. And then the laces are dressed in a cream tone as well. We do have more beige as we work our way to the top of the tongue, and then we've got New Balance made in USA, perfectly embroidered in this white metallic tone. And then we have more hits of that olive tone, which works its way behind the 993 logo, as well as portions of the treading here on the side of the eyelets, as well as the interior of the tongue. So let's take a look at those details, then move along to the side paneling. We also get a pair of white laces. I personally feel like this just blends so well with the cream laces, just because, as you can see on the mesh on the tongue there, it is also cream. So I prefer that, but they do also, which is nice, give you the ability to swap out into some just crisp, clean white laces. As we wrap around to the side panels, again, we've got similar colorways that we've seen on the upper, but those color schemes just work its way to the medial and lateral side of the sneaker. The N is in a very smooth seafoam green colorway, and out front line in some smooth white leather. As we work our way to the back, you'll see that we've got the USA branding on the back there in white, and then behind it is that seafoam green tone. And then more of this suede texture, which in different lights, sometimes it looks a little on the heather grain side, but it actually, to me right now, is giving this nice olive light pastel tone. You see 993 here, very subtle. It takes hitting the light to actually see it pop, but it looks like they decided to go with that same kind of seafoam light pastel color scheme for that. The interior is in this nice green tone, and 993 or New Balance classic branding is in white. Wrapping around the lateral side, we have the same exact color blocking as you saw on the medial side, and as we work our way down to the midsole, we've got more of this cream tone and white tone, as well as hits of that just nice green hue. And then again, we've got the Absorb branding on the bottom of that midsole in white, and then the sneaker is completed with a black, cream, and white outsole. All right, let's take a look at those last and final details. As far as size and fit goes, I would say on the 993 to 6 true size. Again, I do have high arch narrow feet, so depending on what type of foot you have, that could differentiate from my own if you do have a flatter, wider feet. All right, so now let's jump into how I styled this just beautiful spring tone. I love a dressy, casual kind of look. I feel like this is the boss lady look. So if you are trying to figure out how to incorporate sneakers into your workwear, this is the way to do it. I have these really cool structured wide leg khaki pants with a matching top that has this kind of cool look to it, almost like it's the bottom of or the top of a pant with this white trim on it. This color is just very subtle, simple, minimalistic, and again, just goes perfectly with these New Balances. For this look, I definitely wanted to match kind of this neutral tone that you see throughout the sneaker, but also kind of keeping it casual, but a little more on the dressy side. So this kind of has like a cargo kind of world to it, but it's also a cute little dress. So definitely kind of more military style, but I just feel like this tone of khaki is the perfect combination for the khaki kind of tones that you see the beige hues in this silhouette. I really wanted to use a little bit of a pattern, so I found this cute little mini skirt. It's got some cream and beige tones in it, again matching perfectly with this sneaker. I wore a nice simple white ruched tank underneath, and then I layered it with this nice kind of beige midi trench, and I feel like again it's this nice dressy casual feel, but don't feel afraid to go and use some kind of prints and textures with this sneaker. conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. So again, this was not exactly a KITH collaboration. I think some people may have gotten a little bit confused thinking this was a KITH collab, wondering where the KITH logo is. There's absolutely no KITH logo on these. This was just exclusive to KITH stores. So they did a raffle, and it was very, very difficult to get. You can really see that on the resale market currently. So these retailed at $210, and they're going between $500 to $700, which is pretty insane. So definitely, I think one of the best color schemes we've seen on the New Balance this year. And again, just goes to show and to prove that New Balance is really just maintaining those high resale price points, and that these sneakers are just so hard to get. They're so limited, and the color schemes are just really vibing with the New Balance audience that they currently have maintained. All right, everybody, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you tuned in for the first time, thank you so much. We will catch you all on the next episode.